Hello, everybody, and welcome back or welcome to the channel for the first time, depending on where you're watching here. Welcome back if you are already fans of Dan Dan Pokemon Adventure, and welcome to the first time if you are watching this, the first video for Dan Dan WrestleFan. Today we are going to be doing our prediction video, as today is WWE's Money in the Bank. Hopefully this video will be uploaded in time that you guys can watch it, hopefully just before the event starts. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the matches. First match we have on the pre-card is the father and son tag team of Rey and Dominic Mysterio, the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, taking on the well-acclaimed Usos with Jimmy and Jay Uso. This is going to be I think this is going to be a decent match, but nothing that's like, it's not going to be nearly as good as some of the matches later on. But they're actually want to give us a good pre-show rather than the abomination that was Hell in a Cell and the entire Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which was just hard to watch. For those of you who watched it, I am sorry and I apologize. I couldn't even make it through the entire show, so hopefully this one is going to be a lot better. It looks like it is, just based on the card, looking at it. So this one will be the Usos going against the Mysterios. I think they're going to move the champions. I think the Mysterios have had their time as father and son tag team champions. I think we are going to see Jimmy and Jay get the belts. So that way, at least for a brief amount of time, they will, and at some point there will probably even be a segment of them backstage with Roman, all three of them having WWE Gold at the moment, as Roman may not be able to retain his championship later on this evening, but we will discuss that one here in a little bit. Alright guys, the next match we have is current Raw Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Omos defending their tag team championships against none other than the Viking Raiders. As unsure as I am about the first tag team championship defense, where I think either the Mysterios could win, but most likely I'm leaning towards the Usos winning, this one I'm a lot more confident in saying that AJ and Omos will drop the tag team titles to the Viking Raiders. I think AJ and Omos have definitely had the tag team champions long enough and haven't really done much, in my opinion, to deserve holding on to them. I don't think this tag team is really... AJ's a way better singles competitor. That's obvious. Raw needs the help. They are struggling in the ratings pretty bad, and honestly, I don't even watch Raw anymore. I just, check out the highlights. So hopefully they can move the tag team champions over to the Viking Raiders, which would, I think, definitely be a good push for them. And then AJ can work his way back up into the upper card of Raw, helping strengthen that roster over there. I don't know what will happen with Omos. Maybe he will be a manager for someone else. Maybe he can be like AJ's manager for a while, but maybe not be so much in the wrestling scene, and maybe not be in the picture, just be a manager for AJ Styles, kind of help him out the way Commander Zeke does for Apollo Crews. So, not really be as much of a contributor, like an actual eventer, but more of a contributing factor and kind of force to be reckoned with bodyguard. I think that would be a great step for that. Definitely give the titles to the Viking Raiders, get AJ back in the singles picture, and let's go from there. Let's build up for SummerSlam. All right, so the next match I want to talk about is the Raw Women's Championship match, with current champion Rhea Ripley defending against challenger Charlotte Flair. I hope and pray that this is the last of the Rhea Ripley Charlotte Flair matches. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to see what other challenges are out there. I'm ready to put this one to bed. It's not that I don't think it's entertaining. It's just you have two heels fighting in a pretty long story. I mean, I don't think Rhea's a babyface, and Charlotte's definitely a heel. So it just feels like you have two heels in a story that seems like it's not ending. So hopefully this is put to bed here this evening. I think I don't know. I think Rhea's gonna walk out. I just get the gut feeling. I really think they're gonna keep it on Rhea. She's gonna walk out defending champion, and Charlotte. We appreciate it, but I think it's time for maybe we even see like a Becky Lynch return, causing an interference, maybe setting up for a triple threat match for SummerSlam. I think that would be very impressive. Something like that, or Rhea puts an end to Charlotte. That way, tomorrow night, maybe if Becky does return, if this is when she returns, I think we need to build up a good Rhea Ripley match for SummerSlam. I just don't see Charlotte in this picture. I think that this will be the end of the Rhea Charlotte story. Like I said, unless Becky returns, causes an interference, which would get them disqualified, have a DQ match, and then make a triple threat for SummerSlam. I think that would be the best possible outcome we could get for this. But I guess time will tell. But I think just with the two here, I think we have Rhea as our defending champion. Next, I want to talk about defending champion Bobby Lashley, taking on the man of Kofi Mania, Kofi Kingston. I think this might be kind of an overlooked match. It's probably not the strongest one on the card tonight, but I do think, I don't know, I think Bobby's had his time. This is my opinion. I think it's time to put the championship on Kofi. Let him be a champion again, especially when I keep hearing about how they want to push New Day towards individual competition. You've got Big E in a match tonight. No Xavier Woods, but that's fine. But you got Big E in a match. You have Kofi in his match here. If you really want to split up New Day and you want to make them individual competitors and make them look like they're, strong, not together, you want to make them look strong individually, I think tonight's the night you push that. Have Kofi go over on Bobby Lashley. Have him walk out the champion. Bobby start rebuilding. Go for, start getting ready for bigger action. Get ready for going after. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. But Bobby, your time is done. I think it's time to put the championship back on Kofi. Prove that he is a strong singles competitor. He's got multiple people that could challenge. I would almost be interested in seeing a match with Kofi and Xavier. Maybe not like a rivalry so much, but just give them a match to really showcase their skills against each other. But let's get a new champion here tonight with Kofi Kingston going into SummerSlam. All right, the last title match. Since we're on the picture of it, I want to get through these before we get to the ladder matches, but here we go. It is Edge versus Roman, spear versus spear. This one is going to be the absolute show stealer, I think. This is a match that has all the potential to be match of the year. Whether it will live up to the hype, I'm not sure. I think we could expect a lot of things from this match. I could see this one going either way, and I would be happy with either outcome. I'd be happy with Roman walking away champion. I'd be happy with Edge walking away champion. Regardless, I think we're setting up for a Edge versus Rollins feud. I see that spilling over here for a little bit into SummerSlam, maybe beyond. If Edge walks out champion, I think that would give Rollins more of a reason to pursue Edge rather than taking his sights on to Roman Reigns. However, I could see Rollins still going after Edge, earning a number one contender position to then target Roman Reigns. So I still see, regardless, the Edge versus Rollins feud coming down the line. We could see a lot of interference here. We could see the Usos coming out, trying to throw distractions. We could see the Mysterios coming out, trying to keep the Usos off of Edge and keep him away from going after Edge. I think ultimately there's going to be some sort of distraction somewhere for one of these two men to fall, because you can't, right now with WWE, they can't make either one of these two look weak. And I think somewhere there's going to be a distraction. Maybe Usos coming down to the ring. Paul Heyman does something. We're going to see some sort of distraction that will cause Edge to either submit. No, I don't see him tapping. He's either going to pass out or he's going to get pinned due to some sort of distraction. I don't see him tapping, and I don't see him losing clean. So something's going to happen, distract him, throw him off. Maybe Seth Rollins comes out. Who's to say? Something will happen. But I do see Roman Reigns walking away still as your Universal Champion. All right, guys, now we're on to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh boy, where to start here? So, this is the match I think I will be most disappointed in the outcome. Because there are some women that are in this match that I don't really know why, I guess you could say they are in the match. And mostly I'm looking at Tamina and Natalya. They are the women's tag team champions. I don't think there's really anything for them to gain by winning the Money in the Bank contract, because I don't think either one of them can take on Bianca Belair. So I don't think it's either Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley. I don't think either one of them have what it takes to go over and become SmackDown or Raw champion. So I don't see either one of them winning this match. I don't. Let's just eliminate them right now. Now we're looking at 6 left. There are 4 out of the 6 left that I really would like to see get the opportunity. But 4 out of the 6 that I think could use the push probably won't get it. So let's talk about those 4 real quick. We've got Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega, Naomi, and Nikki Cross. These are the 4 that I think could really use some sort of momentum or some sort of push. However, I don't think any of them will win it. Nikki Cross is kind of getting her push with her little superhero gimmick, which is good, but I think if she could win this Money in the Bank ladder match, I think that could really help, although I don't know if she is ready to take on Rhea Ripley. Though she beat her in the time trial, I don't know if Nikki Cross will last an entire round with Rhea Ripley. So let's eliminate Nikki Cross. Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega both still have a long way to go as performers, I think, before they will give them a true singles push. So I don't think that it's really likely for them to win anything here. And Naomi is a wild card. I think any of these 3 women left here are strong contenders. I feel like, I was telling my wife this earlier, I feel like Naomi is really missing out on an opportunity to be a part of the whole Roman Reigns faction with the Usos. If they move her to SmackDown or keep Roman Reigns and the Usos together on the same show, I think she could be the dominant force of the women's division to fall under the Roman Reigns regime on SmackDown. I don't know if her winning Money in the Bank is the future plans they have for her. So we're going to have to eliminate her. Brings us down to Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And Alexa Bliss's character with her powers and everything, I think, is too powerful. Sadly, I think Alexa Bliss is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And this is... Can we please bring back this Alexa Bliss? Now that she's turned super heel against The Fiend, I haven't cared for the character much. And maybe that's, well, I know that's not me. I see everything online about how people do not like her new character. And I do agree. It's not the best character she's ever done. It's not the greatest. However, I see her winning the Women in the Bank, or the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and I could see her being one of the only ones who could take on Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley at this point. That leaves us with one final prediction here. This is for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Guys, we've seen it before. We've seen it happen. We've seen Seth Rollins make it to the top of that ladder and claim the Money in the Bank. We know he can do it. He knows how to compete in this type of match. This is his match to lose. However, I think there are other possibilities. Some of those possibilities are there are some people in this match that just don't really have much of a chance. I think Shinsuke Nakamura is getting his push right now. He is King Nakamura. King of Strong Style is back. I do not see him climbing to the top and securing the Money in the Bank contract. Speaking of people I don't see climbing to the top and securing the contract, I got to go with John Morrison and Ricochet. I don't see either one of these two making it to the top. I think these are just some great fillers to have in who are, these two are capable of doing extreme stunts from ladders, from the apron, from the turnbuckles. We've seen them do extreme stuff before. So let's get rid of these guys. I just don't think that they are going to be true contenders in this ladder match, Money in the Bank. Okay, that's leaving us with 5. We've got Kevin Owens, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and Big E. Kevin Owens, not too long ago, was just in the title hunt, in the title picture. It's possible he could win this. He can use his veteran instinct, let everyone go out, do the dirty work, let him do the fighting, come in at the last minute, secure that Money in the Bank contract. I think it's possible. More recently, though, we've just had Drew McIntyre. He's been in and around the title scene for far too long. I don't think that they would use this opportunity to push him again because, look, if Drew McIntyre wins Money in the Bank, he's going right back after Bobby Lashley. That's his title. Bobby took it off of him. He wants it back. Drew lost his last match and his last attempt to challenge for the title. Money in the Bank contract would be his way around that, but I feel like that would just be such lazy story writing. Now, this is Raw, so there's a possibility that they are going for lazy story writing, and that is absolutely possible, but I think we can get rid of Drew. I don't think he will win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Kevin Owens, being that he was also recently in the title picture. Leaving us with our last 3, the big 3 here. Big E also was recently in a title picture after Apollo Crews. It's just, I just don't see him winning this. I think it's coming down to these 2 men here. I think it's going to be between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. Either one, very likely, either one I'd be very happy with. Like I said, if Seth Rollins wins this thing, and whether Edge or Roman walks out the Universal Champion tonight, I think Seth wins the Money in the Bank and cashes in on them. However, I could also see Matt Riddle winning and feeling guilty giving the contract to Randy Orton to cash in on someone at his choosing. So I think, man, this was the hardest one, and I really didn't want it to come down to this because this is the hardest one for me to try and guess. I know what story I would like to see. You know what? The one I would like to see is probably what WWE's not thinking, but I'm going to go with it. I want to see Matt Riddle walk out as your Money in the Bank champion, take his Money in the Bank contract, feel guilty about having Randy Orton get gypped when he interfered and lost his match to be in the Money in the Bank. I want to see Matt Riddle walk out, give that briefcase to Randy Orton. Randy Orton, boom, you just got yourself a chance to go after a title of your choice thanks to your RK bro, Matt Riddle. Then we will get a turn. Randy Orton will turn heel again. Well, he's already heel, but turn against Matt Riddle, breaking up the RK Bro team, and then we will have a story between Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know your predictions. See if I'm right on any of these. Watch tonight. Let me know what you guys thought of the Money in the Bank match. Maybe we will see some surprise returns. Like I said, I would be very pleasantly surprised if maybe we have Becky Lynch show up tonight, setting up for a triple threat with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. I think that would be amazing. I would also be surprised, or I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up and is in the women's ladder match. I think that's also a very real possibility, in which case she could become our women's Money in the Bank champion and have a contract to cash in whenever she wants on whoever she wants to. But anyway, guys, this is my predictions over here at Dan WrestleFan or at Dan Pokemon Adventure. Whichever one you're watching on, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and of course, leave comments. Let me know what you guys think of the video, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye!